life could be a dream.
Shaboom,
If I could take you up to paradise up above.
Shaboom,
If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream if only all our precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Shaboom, shaboom, do-you, shaboom, shaboom, do-you, shaboom, shaboom, sweetheart, shaboom.
Bravo! That was the title song from the Ensemble Theatre of Cincinnati's next production, Life Could Be a Dream. On this edition of Showcase, we'll be taking you behind the scenes of this marvelous new production. You'll also receive a sneak peek of some of the classic songs that will be featured during their show. Stay tuned, Showcase is coming up next on CET Arts. Hi, I'm Barbara Kellar, and welcome to this edition of Showcase. On today's episode, we'll be speaking with Lynn Meyers and Scot Woolley of the Ensemble Theatre of Cincinnati and their next production, Life Could Be a Dream. Thank you both for coming down to be on Showcase.
It's a
Scott
pleasure.
and Lynn.
Thank you.
Certainly.
To those who just arrived at the airport,
Okay.
tell us all about tell us about the Ensemble Theatre of Cincinnati real quickly.
Well, for 26 years, Ensemble Theatre has been producing new works and works new to the region in Over the Rhine, right near 12th and Vine. And we have some fabulous new neighbors now. It is the place to be, and we felt that it was the place to be for a long, long time. The theater has been celebrated nationally for its plays and its new plays. So we're excited to be part of Cincinnati, excited to be part of Over the Rhine, and excited to be helping a lot of people begin their careers.
Sounds like I just saw them.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about the show.
Well, Life Could Be a Dream is from the wonderful creator of the Marvelous Wonderettes and the Winter Wonderettes, which we've done in the past, Roger Bean. And what he's taken is all the hits of those early 60s, late 50s boy groups and put them together with a wonderful, wonderful sweet plot about guys getting their first chance to be in the spotlight.
And this was the group who didn't get
Right.
to perform. Okay, the plot started out.
The Marvelous Wonderettes only got a shot, and that's why that show got created, because the Crooning Crab Cakes, which was the boys' club, glee club from the school, got suspended for smoking.
No.
Yes, they were
Oh, yes,
bad.
I think I remember that.
Very bad. So the Wonderettes formed quickly to perform at the prom and became their own singing group. And now we get a chance to hear the original guys who were going to perform at that prom in 1958.
And we had them just right here. I feel like dancing because they've had their first rehearsal.
Absolutely.
Right
yes.
here today. So we're going to hear some of their songs. And Scott is the director, the musical director.
Music director, yes.
Tell us what a musical director does. You're not playing the piano this time.
No, this time, this show comes with pre-recorded tracks, which are really pretty terrific because they capture the essence of that period and bring a lot of people great memories from their high school and college days, I'm sure. And what I do is work with the singers and find our way through the songs with where they belong harmonically, who's best on the top part, who's great on the bottom part. We have a real life bass, so we have that sound, that big bopper sound in the show, which is a great asset to have. And then we go through the intention of the songs and what they mean and why we're singing Tears on My Pillow and so on and so forth. It's a great position to have in a show like this where it's just so many wonderful songs.
Oh, well, the ones we're going to sing for our audience today, or they're going to sing and we're going to hum along, are just among everybody's favorites. Can you think of any others that are in the show that are going to be performed?
Yes, we have, you heard the little short version of Life Could Be a Dream, but we do the full version.
I was going to say, I was singing the rest of it,
Yes,
knowing all the words, of course.
We want so much more.
Yes,
of
we
that.
do.
And other song titles, Lynn, help me out because
The Wanderer. And Get a Job.
Oh,
Oh,
Get a Job.
yes, yes.
I want to sing that to a lot of people I know.
And Duke of Earl.
And Unchained Melody.
Oh,
Yeah.
first the tide.
That's right.
And
Oh,
the,
it's beautiful.
the big hit, Ramalama Ding Dong.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, no, it is really a charming piece, and he has managed to find the best, I think, orchestrations too. I mean, they're really fun. They really are going to let the boys have a good time with it.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is these boys are trying to become a hit singing group. So they're singing all the songs of their time and trying to sing them well.
And they do,
They
because
do.
they started from zero here, right here in our studio. And after a few renditions, run-throughs, they sound fabulous. So I can only imagine what they're going to sound like by opening night.
Right.
So they're actually 4 guys.
That's right.
3, well, they were all 4 here, but we had 3 on mic, and a girl, a girl singer, and she is, what is she to the plot?
She is the boss's daughter. Now, the boss's daughter, one of the boys in the group, Skip, works for the boss, and the boss is going to put $50 down to sponsor the group to be in the singing contest. So he sends his daughter in there to make sure they're good. And they're all in love with her, all of them. All of the boys are in love with her and have been in love with her their whole lives. So it's kind of a let's see who wins her heart show, as well as if they can become a good group.
Is her name Sue?
No, no, but Run Around Sue works.
Yeah, but our next song is Run Around Sue. But Scott, give us a little background on this song.
Well, Run Around Sue pretty much tells you that this is the girl the boys need to watch out for. And in the pantheon of pop music, Run Around Sue is really somewhere between Lord of the Rings and The Hunger Games in compelling drama. And it starts out with that wonderful slow story setting up the heartbreak that is about to ensue. And musically, it has great components because it has those great doo-woppy things. The boys sing this great thing called Hape, Hape, Bum da hey da hey da Hape, Hape. Like they've made this great story up about syllabic nonsense, while our lead singer gets to go off and sail up above and show the great falsetto that was so popular in that time, as well as that wonderful thing that Ronnie Spector took and turned into really her raison d'etre, that the short little oh business. We get little sampling of that and some great harmonies, as well as those fun doo-wops. And of course, the tale of woe of dating poor little runaround Sue. Yeah, right.
You'll be sorry.
You'll be sorry.
And all of us like the doo-wops because anyone can doo-wop.
It's so true. And the wonderful thing about this song and others in the show is those iconic moments.
Absolutely. Here it is, Run Around Sue.
Here's my story, it's sad but true. It's about a girl that I once knew. She took my love, then she ran around with every single guy in town. Hip, hip, whoa. From her on around Sue. Whoa, 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 whoa. She likes to travel around. She'll love you and she'll put you down. Now people, let me put you wise. Sue goes out with other guys. Here's the moral of a story from a guy who knows. I fell in love and my love still grows. Ask any fool that she ever knew. She said, keep away from her on around Sue. She likes to travel around. She'll love you, then she'll put you down. Now people, let me put you wise. time with other guys.
Here's the moral of the story from a guy who knows. I fell in love and my love grows. Ask any fool that she ever knew to say, keep away from her on around Sue. Oh, stay away from that girl. Don't know what she'll do now. Keep away from Sue. Hey, hey.
Yeah, Run Around Sue was a really, really great tune that everybody knows, but there are lots of other songs in this show. And Scott, you're the expert on the history and the background and the performance of these things. Talk a little bit about some of the other songs.
Well, we have Get a Job, what-do-do-do, and Duke, 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 Duke of Earl, and The Wanderer, and of course that compelling lyric we all sing every day, Ram-a-lam-a Ding Dong. And most
Cole Porter could have written.
Cole Porter's version of Ram-a-lam-a Ding Dong. I'd like to see that. Think of the Barbershop Quartet that still is enjoyed by a lot of people. That really gave rise to standing around a lamppost and making up syllables, making up backups, and having somebody take lead and really creating a song right there on the spot. And that gave rise to a whole style that was incredibly popular all through the 50s and early 60s with the boy groups. And actually it was those boy groups that I believe inspired Ronnie Spector to develop her particular style of going, because there's a lot of that represented in this material, which actually predates her. And we look for things like, in particular, we have a terrific bass in our show, Will Selnick, who is the Big Bopper. He's our very own Cincinnati's Big Bopper. And he's got that Duke, 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 Duke of Earl, and the whole get a job. No, get a job.
Does it help
I can't
put
get
your...
the, yeah, it helps to, like,
Put your...
uh-huh.
Yeah, because you can say, get a job.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we have a great baritone, a great tenor, and a great high tenor with a fantastic falsetto, which he gets to feature prominently in a tune coming up. I won't give away the surprise. And it's great fun to work with those fellows and put their voices together and explore those backups and find all of the fun because they're unique. Each song has a different set of syllables. You would think that they'd get repetitive, but they really are specific. From the hape, 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 to ram-a-lam-a ding-dong, to doo-ee-yoo-ee-yoo, and shaboom, shaboom. I mean, it's amazing the variety they were able to come up with.
Yeah. Do you think that the singing, actual singing groups, I don't mean the pounding, loud music rock groups, are they sort of not around so much? I mean, you have to be sort of retrospective to get those kind of really in harmony groups. I don't know of any current ones that are popular.
No, I would say the last one that really used great harmonies, and he did them all himself for the most part, was Freddie Mercury and Queen. That was a guy with a spectacular talent, and we got to hear great harmonies. And of course, that material was very well enjoyed. Bohemian Rhapsody, who doesn't know it? Sadly, we're not doing that particular show, but yeah, in recent memory, I can't think of a group that really comes together like these groups did in the 50s and 60s, where it was 4 guys or 4 girls singing great harmonies.
Yeah, and you know, actually each person could actually sing.
Oh, yes.
And sing to a specific tune. I get a little frustrated. Well, our next song is one that is one of my personal favorites, and I think our audiences will think so too. And it's Glory of Love.
Yes, The Glory of Love, first featured in the film Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? And of course revisited by Bette Midler in the film Beaches. But it's a terrific song with a great lyric, very timely, and used to great effect in the plot of our show.
You've got to give a little, take a little, and let your poor heart break a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. You've got to laugh a little, cry a little, and let the clouds roll by a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love.
As long as there's the two of us, you've got the world and all its charms.
And when this world is through with us, you'll have each other's arms. You've got to win a little, lose a little, and always have the blues a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. As long as there's the two of us, we've got the whole world and all of its charms. And when the world is through with us, I'll hold her in my arms. You've got to win a little, lose a little, and always have the blues a little. That's the story of, that's the glory of love. The glory of love.
We can't have a show without sets and costumes, and I'm sure they're terrific for this one, because this is 50s and 60s?
Right, It actually takes place in 1960, so you get the best of the end of the 50s and the start of that 60s style. And Brian Marion, who is our fabulous resident scenic and lighting designer, has created this basement, because we all are in Denny's basement. That's where the play mostly takes place. So it is blue tile and white tile floor. No, linoleum, you know, tile.
Linoleum.
Tile, that great tile instead of linoleum, so that hand-laid tile. And then, of course, there's wood paneling, which was very, very important. And it's blonde wood, which is my favorite. I love that. And of course, because it is a show like that Roger Bean wrote, there is a bar in it. You know, so we have building a bar for it.
Right.
And it has a great charm, because when you get down, it's going to feel like you're looking into somebody's basement when you go into that. And it's just kind of a great feeling. There's these wonderful diamond shapes cut into the wood on the wall, which was so hip in that time period. And a staircase that's going to be used dramatically, I'm sure, by our wonderful choreographer, Patty James, who is going to get these guys moving around. And there's all these little hiding places in the basement that Brian's created for us. So if we happen to need to dance with a mop, we can get one out of a closet. If we happen to need something like a bell or something that you would have in the basement, it's just going to be there. Shannon Lutz does all of the set decorating for us, and she's marvelous in that she puts out things that actors love. They feel like they live on the set. It is just a wonderful environment. So you really can turn your clock back and just sort of step into a whole nother time period when you walk into that room. It's surrounded by this wonderful, magical, sort of hopeful rain curtain, so to speak. So we have a lot of sparkle and shine to it. But we think since the Wonderettes were girls, there was so much pink. There's going to be a lot of blue this time for the boys.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
Tell us a little bit about these kids. And they were kids. I mean, they're young,
They are.
which is what they're supposed to be.
Which is what they're supposed to be, just a couple years out of high school. And Lee Slobotkin, Lee is the small red-haired fellow that you saw with Runaround Sue. And he's a junior at CCM. Nick Laughlin, who plays Denny, that's his basement that we're living in.
Is he the one in the middle?
He's the one in the middle, and Denny is just graduating from CCM, and his name is Nick Laughlin, and it's his basement. So Denny's house, Denny's kind of the leader of the pack at that point. Next to him, Will Selnick is with the bass voice, and Will graduated from Northwestern, grew up here in Cincinnati. His parents and grandparents are here. And James Oblak, who we didn't see, plays Skip, and he has just graduated from Wright State University and is off to do an enormous job this summer. He's going off to do a big full job this summer after he finishes with us. And these four are delightful, and they're actually turning into their own little group. You know, that happened with the Wonderettes. We actually got calls from people saying, hey, can the Wonderettes sing at my party? And I'm like, well, they're not a real group, but they kind of became one. They work together so well, and I suspect these boys will continue to sing together too. And Cassie is our wonderful Lois, and Cassie's also a junior at CCM. And just a delightful young lady. And of course, they're all in love with her. So that's not a bad place to be, to walk into rehearsal every day and have four boys be in love with you. It's a lot of fun.
I think it's fine to say that Will Selnick is the grandson of Ruth and John Sawyer, who started.
Yeah, they were one of the founders of it. There was a group of wonderful people and a group of investors and people that got together, and John and Ruth have been part of the theater for all its 26 years. So Will wasn't even born when they started the theater. It's kind of a marvelous and wonderful coincidence that all these years later they'd have a grandson who's so talented and has been such a good part of our team.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a wonderful story.
It is. It's a really wonderful, joyous thing. And also, you have to give Ruth and Murph Mahler a lot of credit for choosing a building in Over the Rhine 20-something years ago when people didn't have the vision. Oh yeah, nobody thought it would work except they did, and they were right, because here we are now in the midst of this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful neighborhood.
Yeah, and the everything else has started to evolve in that neighborhood. Lots of restaurants. Yeah,
3 of the top 10 restaurants are within 2 blocks of us now. That's a great celebration. And tenacity of staying still and staying there.
Yes, well, we can't wait to hear the next song, Pretty Little Angel Eyes. Do you know anything special to tell us about Pretty Little Angel Eyes?
Well, viewers, get ready, because this is Lee Slobotkin's wonderful tour de force into his falsetto work. And he's just terrific. And it's a fun, upbeat, real happy number, Pretty Little Angel Eyes.
Let's hear it.
Pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel eyes, pretty little angel, pretty little angel, pretty little, pretty little, pretty little angel eyes. Pretty little angel eyes. Angel eyes, I really love you so. Angel eyes.
This has been a really, really wonderful show. I particularly love this music. I just want to sing and dance and get on right up there with them. But Lynn, tell us again about this is the end of the season.
Right.
But you have something else coming up this summer.
Yes, so Life Could Be a Dream runs till May 20th, and then opening right in June, June 15th, we are reopening our production of Next to Normal. Pulitzer Prize-winning musical, sold out in September. So we are bringing back that marvelous cast and that marvelous story, partnering with NAMI and trying to spread the word about how mental illness affects a family, and doing it with a rockin', spectacular live band, which Mr. Woolley will be in charge of yet again, we're thrilled to say.
Yay.
And a remarkable cast headed by Jessica Hendy, who knocked everyone on their feet, off their feet with the show in September. And this is a wonderful way for us to keep the music going all summer long. So we'll go right from Life Could Be a Dream into Next to Normal, and then the World Choir Games open. So it is definitely a musical summer for Cincinnati.
It sure is, and especially in that part of town, our part of town, which is where we're sitting right now.
That's right.
Yeah, you're over the Rhine, and everything's coming up roses and over the Rhine.
It
and
sure is.
This wonderful show, it's possible you might extend it to Sundays.
We might be able to add some Sunday nights, but get your tickets now for Life Could Be a Dream, because if it's anything like the Wonderettes, it's going to be sold out.
It'll be sold out,
And sadly, I just can't extend, since these boys are all so good that they have jobs to go to. Everybody has jobs to go to, which is wonderful. But it's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you both for sharing all this wonderful stuff here.
What a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Yes,
It's the best
thank
way
you.
to spend a day.
Well, it's the best for me too. And if you'd like to obtain tickets to Life Could Be a Dream at the Ensemble Theatre of Cincinnati, please visit their website at cincyetc.com. And you may also call their box office at 513-421-3555. As a reminder, this show runs from May 2nd through May 20th, 2012. And to watch all of our showcase episodes again on demand, you may do so at our website at cetconnect.org/showcase. And I just want to mention for the Marvelous Wonderettes, I took a group of girlfriends and we had the most fabulous night imaginable. So get some people together and go as a group if you can, and you will just have an incredible time. You'll sing all the songs all the way home. Have a great night. I'm Barbara Kellar.